I came across a quote recently and it stopped me. It said, "You will always be brave in someone's mind and coward in another's. Strong to one and fragile to another, good to one and terrible to another." And as I read it, I smiled because it's so true. Like, no matter how hard you try, no matter how pure your intentions are, someone somewhere will misunderstand you. They will label you, they will project something onto you that has nothing to do with who you truly are. And that's okay, because that's not your burden to carry. Like, you see, the world doesn't see you as you. They see you as them. They see you through the lens of their experiences, their pain, their beliefs, their biases. Like, someone who's been hurt by confidence might call you arrogant. Someone who's afraid of confrontation might call you honesty rude. Like, someone who craves validation might see your peace as distance. You are not who people think you are. You are who you know you are when no one's watching. And the moment you stop trying to control how others perceive you, you start to feel a deep sense of freedom. Because suddenly you realize you were never meant to fit into everyone's definition of enough. So many people live their entire lives performing for an audience that doesn't even exist. They change who they are depending on who's watching. They shrink when someone finds them too much. They overextend when someone calls them distant. And you know what happens? They lose themselves. They wake up one day and realize they have spent so long trying to be liked, trying to be approved, that they don't even remember who they truly are. And the irony, like, even after all that effort, there will still be people who don't like them. Still people who judge, gossip, assume, because no matter what you do, you will always be misunderstood by someone. Okay? The day you accept that, truly accept it, something powerful happens. Okay? You start living differently. Like, you stop walking on eggshells. You stop apologizing for existing. You stop editing yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold you. You begin to speak, act, move, breathe like someone who finally understands that their worth is not a group decision. It's yours. You define it. You protect it. And the more you live in alignment with your truth, the more peace you feel, even if some people don't understand you. Because peace doesn't come from being liked. Okay, it comes from being real. Authenticity is not about being perfect. Okay, it's about being honest. It's about showing up as the truest version of yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. Like, the world might call that bravery or foolishness. It doesn't matter, because your job isn't to be seen as perfect. Your job is to be whole. And being whole means accepting that you will sometimes be misunderstood, disliked, even rejected. But none of that defines your value. It just means you are no longer shape-shifting to fit into other people's expectations. And there's something incredibly beautiful about that. Because once you stop performing, you start connecting. Okay, the people who are meant for you will find you. And they will see you. Not the version you crafted for approval, but the one that exists in truth. Let's be honest. It hurts, doesn't it? It hurts to be misunderstood. It hurts to know someone thinks badly of you when you know your heart was pure. It hurts to be misread, misjudged, misrepresented. But that's part of being human. Like, everyone you meet is fighting their own invisible battles. Everyone you meet has their own filters, their own stories that shape how they interpret the world. So when they see you, they are not really seeing you. They are seeing fragments of themselves reflected through your presence. And that's not something you can fix. It's not something you should even try to fix. Because when you live for approval, you abandon your truth. Okay? And when you abandon your truth, you lose the only thing that's real. So, what's the alternative? To live the way that feels true to your heart. Not because everyone agrees, not because everyone understands, but because it's your path. Okay? The quote says, "The world will never agree on a definition of who you are. So you might as well live the way that feels true to your heart." And that's the key. To wake up every day and ask yourself, am I proud of who I am becoming? Not, do they approve of me? Your life is too short to be lived through the lens of someone else's limited perception, okay? Some will find peace in your energy. Some will find discomfort. That's not your responsibility to manage, okay? Your responsibility is to be yourself fully, fearlessly, and apologetically, okay? You will always be too much for some people and not enough for others. And that's okay. You are not meant to fit into everyone's story. You are meant to write your own. So keep being you, keep walking in your truth, and keep showing up with an open heart even when the world misunderstands it. Because in a world that constantly tells you to be everything, the most revolutionary thing you can be is yourself. And this was the message of today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye.